Hello and welcome to World of Warships, and again I'm playing in the Zuiho, which is the tier 5 Japanese carrier, and still playing with the stock loadout. And this time it's actually useful because the enemy has two carriers. Actually, the same carriers. We have, well, me with the Zuiho and a Langley, and they have exactly the same. So that's pretty balanced. And I immediately go towards the center of the map. I want to be aggressive and make it pretty much look like I'm going for one of the carriers, which I am actually not. And I scared off his dive bombers. A second reason why I'm so aggressive instantly is because I'm quite sure that Langley has a... Well, I'm quite sure that Langley has a fighter group, and I cannot hope to win against it because I have the Japanese fighters. So, well, it's not the fight, it's the fact that it's only 4 planes in the squadron that's hampering it. And oh dear, there's the Langley's fighter. So I sent all the planes away except Group 2, which is gonna already locked in a torpedo strike at Kawachi, which actually hits 2 torpedoes, does a nice amount of damage. Rest is flying away, and those 4 torpedo planes are just lost at this point. But I do take one of them out, one of their planes. Oh no, never mind, it's my fighters that is trying to shoot down the other Zuiho's torpedo bombers. And he actually only takes 3 of them out. Yeah, I did an auto attack on the battleship. I actually did a bit of damage, fire, hit the Lewis with an auto drop. And I'm pretty much doing this to retreat before that fighter squadron gets here. And try to retreat as fast as possible now. I'm not gonna use my fighters to attack his fighters, but I will use my fighters to, well, if they can get here in time, to protect myself at least, or maybe this battleship. Though I don't think I'll be in time to do it. Well, actually I was hoping at this point that the allied Langley would use his fighters to attack the other Langley's fighters, because at that point I would obviously attack his fighters as well. Well, the Langley's fighters as well. And then we would win, well, we'd just win, because that's 2 squadrons versus 1. Anyway, these torpedoes are definitely going for me, and I did take down, I think, 3 of his... Yeah, 3 of his planes before they launched, so that's a good thing. Somehow I killed... I'm not sure anymore what I killed, but I killed something with 2 torpedo hits. More interesting is this: I managed to catch these fighters near my carrier, and carriers do have decent AA, which means that that fighter group is doomed, even though my own fighter group is doomed as well. But that doesn't really matter. I have 4 fighters in reserve, so that's okay. Yeah, so noticing the scores means that we are 200 points on the back foot here. They have 2 cap points, we have none. We really should have 1 cap point by now. I mean, it's 6 minutes into the battle, we don't have a cap point. Good thing is we have the numbers advantage at C. Nobody is at B, but there is one battleship of ours going there, and the enemy pretty much blobbed in the A sector. So this could still go either way. And I do a decent hit on the New York, which probably, well, he isn't using his repair ability, so he might just wait until I use my dive bombers, maybe, not sure. He is turning in, so he does know how to go up against the carrier. And I do only hit one. Should have been more patient, I think, but doesn't really matter. I have another torpedo squadron coming in anyway, and he still isn't repairing, so that's the flooding and the fire damaging him now. And there goes another squadron. One hit. Fortunately, the outermost torpedo just narrowly goes, misses him. Fighters went in, but I was just fast enough to make that drop before the fighters came in. And I let my fighters circle around a bit among my battleships, so if the Langley is, well, if he dares attack me, I will have an advantage in AA cover. So, and now I actually actively ask the Langley to, if he can kill the enemy's fighters, because those fighters are the last one. He has 5 of them, so probably that's the last 5 he has. And if those 5 can be destroyed, then we have air superiority. Well, that's a hard word to say. And that means that I don't have to be careful anymore of where my torpedo bombers go. Because, well, obviously I was fighting for this position here, but I could have sent some planes away earlier, and at this point even I have to send them away far, and if there is an enemy fighter squadron flying around, that's gonna be a problem. Anyway, that Phoenix was providing AA, so I could engage the Langley's fighters, and it works out alright. To lose a lot of fighters there, but he loses all of his as well. At least he has 1 left at the moment. So, but for some reason my fighters are suddenly losing. Oh well. And they are out of ammo now. Probably gonna lose this fight. In the meantime, I will be bombing this Kawachi, which is on low health. And if I can set him on fire, which I do, that might kill him off. Fuutaka, very dangerous, is actually pressuring our Langley. So I'm gonna try and torpedo this guy, and he doesn't seem to be noticing my torpedo. Well, he does notice, but a bit too late. And he actually eats 3 torpedoes in a cruiser. Yep. So that's gonna make him my kill, because I have another torpedo squadron, and he's now almost dead in the water. At least it seems he slowed down. Yeah, that's a Fuutaka. Unfortunately, the Kawachi did repair, so that's unfortunate. Langley did survive, which is fortunate, but there's a Nicholas, which is the tier 5 US destroyer. I recently unlocked it. It's a really nice destroyer, and actually the first. Well, Clemson is nice, but from the Nicholas onwards, I really love the American destroyers. Anyway, unfortunately my torpedo, well, I used those torpedo bombers to kill the Furutaka, so they have to come in first and rearm. I have to get them in the air again, so this is gonna take some time. And yeah, so I tell him, sorry, I can't get to you now. And he auto drops. Damn it. Because that's never gonna hit a destroyer. Well, normal destroyers at least. Yeah, missed him. Though narrowly. That weird buggy drop. It's not really a bug, it's because if a ship is turning, the auto drop will turn with it, and the planes, well, the inner plane might drop earlier than the outer plane because it's adjusting in a corner, let's say. Not sure if that makes sense, but anyway, it's not really a bug, just annoying consequence of auto drops, of how they work. Anyway, we lose the Langley, but I have, well, he did dodge that one torpedo, so I'm wary, and I want to use both my torpedo squadrons to pretty much do a hammer and anvil attack. But I am looking at him sailing in a straight line, so I do use one torpedo squadron, and that actually kills him. So I didn't use the second one, which is nice. That bags me another kill. Let's talk about the scores. It's 4-4. At least 4 ships left on both sides, so it is pretty close. We have only one carrier, they have 2 carriers, but we have an extra cruiser left. Though our battleship, the New York, which is the tier 5 one, went AFK. You can see him just to the left of the C gap. And I actually think I ask it in a minute. That Wyoming, by the way, is doomed as well. Oh dear, this does not look good. Though we do have 2 cap points, so that's a good thing. And I'm actually pretty close to the front lines, which, well, normally I do like being this close. It's pretty much why I sailed here, but it is gonna get a bit too much, I think. We'll see in a moment. Anyway, launching my torpedo bombers again, using my planes to attack these torpedo bombers that were going in for Wyoming, which is pretty much safe in my guess, since only one torpedo hit. And I try to kill as much as those torpedo bombers as I can, and I think 2-1, and my fighters might win this. Especially since that Wyoming might have some AA to help. Yeah. Also, that did I say? Oh, that's, by the way, that those 2 torpedo hits on that Wyoming netted me a high caliber and Confederate. So that's nice. And let's do another drop on this guy. And another 2 hits. Nice. Also, my fighters won. So now the enemy has no fighters left. Which means I have now achieved air superiority. Even if it took me 75% of the whole battle to do, I still managed it. They do still have the carriers. But, well, I have the fighter, and they don't. So I'm not afraid of their planes. I can just shoot them down. And you will see in a moment how effective that will be. Even though I only have 2 fighters. My AA kills 1. I sent my planes in to kill, not to shoot at it. Kill another plane before they drop. But I'm not sure, I think I will get hit by one of them. And I do, but Well, I don't actually. I got hit by the... No, see? None of the torpedoes hit. But I'm under fire by this New York. Which hurts. Yeah, hit Wyoming a bit. Fire. Hopefully... somehow I kill a plane somewhere. But, okay. No problem. I hope that battleship dies by the fire. If not, we have... well, there's 2 torpedo planes of mine in the air, so no problem. And I see he's not repairing. And he's firing. He's firing. He's burning, obviously. And he dies. Nice. So, in points, it's pretty much tied now, but we have an extra cap, so we will eventually, if nobody dies, well, pretty much if I don't die, we will win at this point, purely by points. And this New York has definitely got some good IA, plus he is maneuvering, so that first drop was pretty much, well, it was a bad drop. Second drop, a lot better. Make sure to hit 2 of them. So that's 1 New York, back to half health. And I spot the Langley's last 3 torpedo bombers. So I use my fighters to attack them. Torpedo bomber, well, dive bombers on the way for that New York. This was really... I mean, well, this is domination mode, so the funny thing is, because this game drawed a lot, which this would be, this is a draw, as it is looking now, if the timer runs out, and the timer is running out fast. So, this in closed beta, this would have been a draw, but they changed it. The team with the most points wins. That's just it. So, at this point, we're winning. And the time is running out. At this point I was still hoping to sink that New York, because that nets us 90 points, if I'm correct. And combined with the points that we already have, that would take us almost to 1,000. By the time I do the drop, it actually will take us to 1,000, I guess. I think. Well, not completely, but almost. So sinking him is top priority. But those that know where the timer of this battle is, in the right top corner, can see that there's only 40 seconds left. So 2 hits, 3 hits, almost kill him. He is flooding though. And if he dies now, we win. But, yep, it's 700 hit points. And now he starts healing. Damn it. And they are capping it as well. But as I said, the ones with the most points win, regardless. So in 5 seconds, we will simply have fun. And there we go. That's a win. So, let's look at the results screen for that really close game. Yeah, I made 6,389 experience points. Well, like in most of my games, that is always with premium. 50% extra XP, and the first game of the day, usually as well. At least I normally do the doubles for the day. Well, it's not doubles in World of Warships, 1.5 times XP, but still. Yeah, before I play the ships I'm grinding. So I do all the doubles and then I grind the ship I want to grind, which is the Cleveland at the moment, by the way. Anyway, I'm rambling. Made about 460,000 credits, which is also nice. 3 medals, high caliber and Confederate again, and probably devastating strike. You pretty much always get a devastating strike if you play a carrier correctly. Anyway, let's go to the team results. Yeah, made 2,839 base experience points, which is well, pretty good. Firmly on top of the, that second place has less than half my XP, and the third place has about a third of my XP. So the New York, I'm not sure. He must have crashed or something. He was really active in the chat in the beginning, so I don't know. He does have a kill. Anyway, he went AFK, but just as well, because if he had sunk or something, we could have easily lost this game. And as it was, he got stuck and didn't get attacked and didn't sink. Yeah. An AFKer saves his day. Anyway, let's go to the damage screen. That's 130,000, well, nearly 130,000. Let's say 129,000 torpedo damage. A little bit of bombing damage. And lots of fires and flooding damage, about 50,000 in total. Which brings the total amount of damage done to around about 190,000, I guess. So a little bit less. Anyway, doesn't really matter. It was a lot of damage, and I think even my record, but at least in tier 5 in the Zuiho. Anyway, I really hope you liked this replay, and until the next one.